All right, as always, thanks for joining. Well, today we are checking out 10 new hunting related items that I bought off of Temu, so let's get into it. All right, item number one, SD cards. So I bought these actually back in July. When I was gonna go hang trail cameras, I knew that I wanted to be running on video mode and I wanted at least 64 gig. Went out on a limb, bought 10 of them. 64 gig Class 10 U1 64 gig SD cards. These would cost you probably around 10 bucks on Amazon, but on Temu, they were about $5.38 each. I was able to run those on all of my trail cameras on video mode with absolutely zero issues. I am recording this right now on one of those SD cards inside my Sony AX53. I give these things 2 thumbs up. I think that this is something that you could get off of Temu and not have too many problems with, at least the ones that I bought. Item number 2 is the Temu version of the butt out. And if you don't know what this is a tool to help you in gutting and field dressing your deer and getting it prepped for processing. I was able to use the butt out earlier this year for the first time, and it was great. Worked as it was supposed to. Saves you a little bit of time in the processing and cleanup. This is nearly identical to the name brand one. It's definitely a knockoff. This is about probably 2 inches longer than the actual one, but this will work. I can tell you that it will work without any problems. And at a price tag of $5.38, I think it's a decent deal. Item number 3 is this saw. It is a great saw to put in your backpack if you're going to hang trail cameras and stuff like that, to clear some limbs. Also to cut down a limb or two so that you can angle your camera on the tree to get it positioned in the right area. It works just as well as the muddy saw that I've been carrying around for several years. It weighs nearly the exact same, has a really nice rubberized grip here, good ergonomics on it, has a very sharp blade. It tends to cut in right away and cuts in about the exact same amount of time on a 2x4. So at a price of $4.94, you can't beat that. Item number 4 is an empty chamber tag. And you could use that thing inside of a firearm. When you've cleared the weapon, you pop that down inside the chamber and then you can close the action and it will close right up on that tag, and then you have a keychain that says empty chamber and you know this thing is empty. Definitely at a price tag of $2.24. I think it's a great deal, and it's going to serve its purpose. I'm definitely going to be buying a few more of these and putting them in the gun safe and in the kit to go to the range. I think it's a great thing in the range bag, so when it's called for all clear, you pop this thing in. I mean, if nothing else, if you just wanted this empty chamber keychain, it's worth you'd pay over $2 for that in the store, so that's just kind of cool. Item number 5 is this scope cover. This thing works great. It's a neoprene scope cover. It gives plenty of stretch. It's way better than the plastic clunky covers that you'd have that would make a bunch of noise when you take those off at the stand. They are way better than these clunky things if you had to take those off and those are making noise out in the woods. This is going to keep your scope clean of any snow or rain, and it just goes on real easy. It's not going to fit on your crossbow because it's just too big. You could put it on there. I mean, if you got to the stand and you want to put that on there, I think it's going to work just fine just to protect from the rain. It's going to come off, but you're not going to be able to walk around the woods without this thing falling off. And it has a price tag of $3.49. It's a great deal. Next is this Balaclava. And Balaclava, or however you say that. I bought this to put inside my turkey bag as just kind of a backup. It's going to do well for kind of breaking up the outline of your face, just giving you room for your eyes. It is a little tight on my face, tighter than I like it to be. It also has these the secondary, I'm not sure what this is all about right here. The stitching stops here and comes all the way back here. So I don't really know what that's about. Maybe so you can pull it down, I guess. I don't know. Kind of weird. I don't like the double layer over my ears because I want to be able to hear everything that's going on around me. So I'm not necessarily a fan of it, but it's a good secondary. And at a price tag of $3.48. I wouldn't give it a thumbs up, but I wouldn't give it a thumbs down, kind of a sideways thumb. So take it for what it's worth. Next item, item number 7, is this holster. So it is an ankle holster. Has Velcro here in 2 spots. This one's going to go up around your calf, this one closer to your ankle, and it's going to hold a compact pistol along with a magazine in there, and does a really good job. You know, obviously it's Velcroed down, so I mean, if you're trying to conceal carry, you're trying to take that off, it is a little bit loud. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but at a price tag of $4.94, it gives me some options if I need to conceal carry and I want to wear an ankle holster. I think it's a great little option. All right, item number 8 is a battery checker. So if you're like me, you're putting out trail cameras, you're going through batteries like crazy at the beginning and end of the season, and sometimes, you know, you've only had batteries in that thing for a short amount of time. You don't want to throw them away, and you know, maybe you want to check them before you put them in the camera. So all you got to do is you just pop your battery in here, open it up to AA size, drop your battery in there, and it's going to tell you if it's good or not. So basically what it's looking for is 1.5 volts. If it's got less than that, it's going to tell you it is no good and to use a different battery. And I think it's a cool little thing for $1.50. Throw that thing in with your trail cameras so you can check those batteries before you put them in. You don't want to find out the hard way that your trail camera died after only taking pictures for a couple of days. It also works for AAA, AA, C, and D size batteries, as well as 12 volt. Like I said, for $1.57, throw it with the trail cameras. Can't beat that. All right, so the first 8 items I've given decent reviews on. Now let's get to the ugly. Item number 9 is this bow level kit. Comes with 2 levels, one that you put on your string, one that you put on the arrow, and you make sure that everything is set up correctly. And I'll tell you what, it's junk. Very disappointed, it's garbage. And basically this level here that you would put on your arrow is way out of whack and would cause you to set up your bow completely wrong. So definitely not happy with that. Compared it to a set that I already had and set it all up and through testing, garbage. So here is my stock arrow level, and it is perfectly level. And we'll take it off, reset it just to prove it's good. And then we'll take our Temu bubble level and put that guy on there. And you can see we are not even close. And you can kind of see just the gap here versus the gap there. Not even close. And item number 10, we have this camera right here. It is a knockoff of the Insta360 Go camera, and I thought it was going to be really cool, you know, if it worked out. It says it takes 1080p video. I highly doubt that. I don't think it's even 720, but either way, came with this cool little clip. I thought it would give really nice point of view video angle, and you know, I wouldn't use it a lot, but in those instances where I'd want to use it, I thought that was way better than clipping on the giant GoPro, which, by the way, I hate GoPros. And I tell you what, if you want to see a GoPro get smashed, you're going to need to subscribe to my channel, because in just a month or two, I'm going to be shooting an arrow through this GoPro, because I am sick and tired of GoPros failing me. They have failed me so many times that we're putting an arrow right into this guy, and you're going to want to see that. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, this thing failed. Didn't record the greatest video, and I even thought about keeping it just for that fact, but then once I started playing the video all the way through, realized that the picture froze and it continued to record audio but did not record video. So I asked for a full refund on that. The camera and the archery leveling kit will be going back. So for a total of $58.38, I bought those 10 items. We're returning 2 of those items for a grand total of $31.42 spent on 8 items, which isn't bad, and I think it's a great value for those products. I'm sure there's going to be some people on here who are going to knock me for buying on Temu. So go ahead, if you got an argument about that, leave it in the comments. If you've got some other items you'd like to see reviewed here on the channel, even if they were bought on Temu, put them down in the comments. But as always, thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next time.